So I just played through Bioshock on the PC. It's a game about an objectivist city underwater. The first time you played through it, did you really understand it? Because I did not. I could use some help. So, you've decided to start a libertarian paradise. But where should you start it? Underwater? No! Robert Nozick was a very important libertarian philosopher, and he wrote, "Don't start an underwater city, I tried that. No burgers, what's the point?" In Bioshock you play as this guy. His name is... I have no recollection of them actually saying his name, but based on the cover I can only assume. So our hero Bioshock is sitting on a plane smoking a cigarette. Already has the game started with the symbolism, as you can't smoke cigarettes on planes anymore, which is very anti-libertarian. Irrational games are basically saying that airlines are a bunch of Nazis. So Bioshock is just sitting there minding his own business, then the plane starts to wobble, then he's in the water. Never seen that logo before, only travel with airlines that have an established brand. Then he's in a lighthouse. There's a submarine there! I wonder where it's going to take us. So Bioshock enters the submarine and we're off to the underwater city. So a screen rolls down and there's an in-plane movie. Here comes the now famous introduction to the founder of the city and the main antagonist of the game.
Hello, I'm Andrew Ryan and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his own brow?
Why would he want sweat though?
It's a metaphor, you buffoon. No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. No, says the man in Bonn, it belongs to the Landtag. No, says the man in Belgrade, it belongs to... What?
Out of slides, mate.
What do you mean we're out of slides?
Well, you take what? A work week to make?
So what am I supposed to do? I have like 60 nations here.
Take the last one and go.
No, says the man in Vientiane. It belongs to agricultural necessities. But I created something different. I created rapture. So here I want the screen to go down and I'll talk about how amazing rapture is. Their mouths will be wide open. Can we like install a camera or... Okay.
So we finally arrived at our objectivist utopia, but something doesn't seem right here. This place isn't amazing, it's the worst place I've ever seen. Well, second worst place. I too have a Facebook feed. So everything is spooky and this fella is trying to get to you. But someone is shouting from the radio. It's Atlas, our new friend in the city. Also he's Irish, so you just know you can trust him.
Hello, I'm Atlas, and what you just saw was a splicer. They are the craziest people I've ever seen. And I'm Irish. But don't worry about it. My only goal right now is to keep you alive. I'll be your tour guide through the city. If you would like to take this tour in Espanol, please say sí.
Atlas say these guys are crazy, but I don't actually believe in judging people based on their looks. Then they randomly attack Bioshock. That's just rude. So you walk up some stairs and see this needle that's just lying there. Seems safe. Our hero sticks it in him. Well, you gotta take risks. Our guy falls asleep, some guy walks up and talks to his corpse, and he wakes up 10 minutes later, maybe more. So now you have a superpower, aka a plasmid. But I will talk more about these later. So Atlas contacts us.
You know that stuff you just took? Oh, that's the reason everyone's crazy. Maybe I should have told you that. Anyways, me family is stuck. How about now? Would you kindly go rescue them?
And so the game actually starts. Now you travel to different worlds with different themes and they all have different bosses. Yes, Bioshock is a 90s platformer. The people you meet are mostly insane because of, well, the stuff. For example, the first boss you meet is a surgeon named Dr. Steinman. He cuts up his patient because they're not perfect. But to be honest, if you get cut up by this guy, it's probably your own fault, because I looked all over the place and I couldn't find a single degree. From time to time, Atlas will remind you.
You know the guy that created the city, Andrew Ryan? Ah, he's the worst. He's like a super Stalin, which is actually a very relevant comparison, because it's 1961 or something. Stalin just died.
We also meet Dr. Tannenbaum, the woman who created the superpowers. Now I don't really want to spoil her backstory, but they imply several times that she used to be a flight attendant.
Have you seen the Kindle with the glowing eyes? What the fuck is that about?
Now let me talk about something more serious. In my Pillars of Eternity review, I declared that exploring was for idiots. Yet I went off the beaten path in this game several times. I explored. You get tapes that tells you Bioshock's rich and developed backstory. But don't worry, I won't let you make the same mistake I did. So the backstory starts in Boston. So Andrew Ryan was studying city planning at Harvard University, but one night in 1945 he got dumped by his girlfriend, so he created a roundabout and showed it around campus. But the roundabout was very sexist, it was a very sexist roundabout. He almost got expelled, but it caught the attention of these two twins who wanted to start a floating libertarian paradise. Andrew Ryan agreed to help them, but then he went behind their backs with his friend Mike, and they started something called the Rapture. Then the founder of Napster shows up, and there's a bunch of cocaine and lawsuits. You know what? Let's skip forward. They started building Rapture in 1946 and they finished it by 1951. You can say a lot of bad things about this guy, but you can't call him inefficient. A bunch of scientists showed up. One of the scientists was Dr. Tannenbaum. She sort of discovered that you can make superpowers from this substance called Adam that you get from slugs. Those are the plasmids. There's an electricity attack, a fire attack, a freezing attack. I'm looking through this list right now and most of these are pretty useless to me. There's one plasmid that creates bees that attacks your enemies. Why not, like, I don't know, a vacuum cleaning plasmid? You would think it would be easier to create that than sentient life. So there's a guy named Fountain. He makes a lot of money from smuggling down Elvis CDs. He tells Dr. Tannenbaum that he will fund mass production of these superpowers. Andrew Ryan doesn't like this for some reason, so he kills Fountain and then starts producing the superpowers himself. Then our Irish friend starts a civil war. Also, everyone is losing their minds. They say it's because of the slug substance, but that's not really true, we find out. Scientist and artist is what Ryan wanted, right? Well, isn't he forgetting another oppressed and brilliant work group, the plumbers? If it weren't for the laws and petty moralities of man, the pipes would reach the sky! So the reason everyone's crazy is just carbon monoxide poisoning. No government, what a bunch of bullocks. This is not what a place would look like without building permits. Lots of spoilers ahead. So you've gotten to the place where you're supposed to rescue his family.
Please rescue my family. Oh no, it exploded. Oh wait, it hasn't happened yet, wait. Oh no, it exploded. I am so shocked right now. Oh well, you win some, you lose some, I guess. No wait, I mean revenge. Revenge on Andrew Ryan. Go.
So you're off to kill Andrew Ryan, but you're stopped on your way there by this psychopathic artist. He wants you to kill his pupils and take photos of them. Out of all the crazy artists I've met, this guy is definitely not even top 30. So you finally reach Andrew Ryan. And here comes the big surprise! He's not such a bad guy. All I wanted to start was a brewery, but I couldn't get a legal loan. After my brewery failed, some people walked up to me and told me, start an underwater objectivist utopia and wipe away the debts. So now I've been controlling this place for 34 years, maybe more. So we leave him alone and walk out of there. But then our character realizes something. He just kinda stands there for like 10 seconds. Maybe more. In Bioshock you play it because it's 1961 or something. They started building Rapture in 1946. So now I've been controlling this place for 34 years. Maybe more. I could really go for 1 or 2 sheep right now. Maybe more. Our guy falls asleep, he wakes up 10 minutes later. Maybe more. You weren't asleep for 10 minutes, you were asleep for 20 years. Atlas is not Irish, he's from Wales. Also, you're an android. Dr. Tannenbaum contacts us. She is annoying to talk to because she throws in random German things.
Go to Atlas and he will explain everything. Was ist das auf meinen Tisch? Ein Wassermelon? Sehr salzig.
Boom, Atlas gets killed by Mike, and Dr. Tannenbaum is like,
go take revenge now. Wiener Schnitzel.
So you killed Mike and that's about it. The game is over. Do they ever explain what that was all about? I don't think so. Like many horror movies and horror games, story comes second to jump scares. But other than that, I kinda like this game. If you're interested in Bioshock, you should probably check out another review, and that's the Kilian Experience. So that was that, Bioshock. If you're on YouTube and not some weird embedded place, you can like the video. Next review will be Dragon Age Origins. Okay, Dragon Age Origins. The review after that you can always request in the comment section. I had some problems with the audio while recording this review, I hope you didn't notice that.